Carl gripped the steering wheel of his Peterbilt with one hand, the other wrapped around an old coffee cup. The diesel engine hummed beneath him as he turned off the highway and onto a winding gravel road. Headlights cut through the black, throwing shadows from twisted oaks like skeletal fingers reaching across the asphalt. He hadn't slept, not really. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the boy, Timothy, stumbling into the road. The blinding headlights, the sickening crunch. He didn't know if the kid would live. And now Carl was heading toward Calvin, a town he swore he'd never see again. A place buried in memory, soaked in judgment, scarred with sermons and belt leather. He pulled up to the Calvin Free Will Baptist Church, the same white clapboard, the same old aluminum cross, and the same front door that had once slammed shut on every part of him that didn't fit the mold. The door creaked open. Reverend Revis, his father, stood in the doorway, older, gaunter, but those eyes, still sharp, still full of judgment. Carl? Carl looked up. "Hey, Dad." They didn't hug, didn't shake hands, just stared across the years of silence. "I hit a kid yesterday," Carl finally said, the words tumbling out. "It wasn't my fault, but there's something going on, Dad, something dark, and I think I was meant to help stop it." His father stepped aside. "Coffee's on." Inside the parsonage, nothing had changed. Same stiff-backed furniture, same smell of coffee and polished wood, same portrait of his mother, smiling down from the wall like a ghost with a secret. They sat in silence until Carl asked, "You ever hear anything about Hartshorne Mountain? Anything strange?" The Reverend leaned in, voice low. Old mines, Cold War rumors, unmarked SUVs, black shipments, and lately, kids disappearing. Carl felt his stomach turn. This wasn't just backwoods gossip. "There are kids in danger, Dad. I think I'm supposed to help them." The old man stared at his son, and for the first time, maybe ever, something softened in his voice. "You were always meant for something, Carl. You just had to stop running long enough to listen." Carl didn't answer. He stared into his coffee, heart pounding, the ghost of his past whispering from every corner. Outside, the sun crept over the hills, but inside, two men, one broken, one still breaking, sat in fragile silence. A porch, a past, a door opened just slightly, towards something like redemption.